Hello, buddy. Welcome back to another episode of your OGR. As today, we get to talk about this gong show of a game that the Edmonton Oilers just played last night, where we got pummeled in by the LA Kings and just played absolutely disgusting. This was a poor effort given by the team, poor defensively. We have a lot of things to dissect, where we only basically had one good line, or actually like three good players throughout the entire fucking game. Actually, even Fogle did not that bad. But the McDavid Kane Puljujärvi line was the only good line. It was the only guys that did anything throughout the night to give us any fucking effort. The entire rest of the team was complete fucking garbage. Keith, Bouchard, Barry was fucking atrocious. Nuge, Draisaitl didn't look that great. Brassard and Archibald were on the same fucking line with Nuge. Woodcroft jumbled the lines in the second line, and it went back to what we were originally struggling with in the third period. I just don't fucking understand what the hell we were doing all last night, because it seemed like we were fucking sleeping. We were sleeping all fucking day, apparently, because we look like a bunch of goddamn buffoons out there in the biggest game that we needed to win tonight. This could have been a huge 3-1 demanding series lead going back to home, but no. We had to let the LA Kings tie up the series at 2. What a joke. But before we get into all this, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well, as they'll be very much appreciated. Let's get into this, where there's not a whole lot to talk about for positives for the Edmonton Oilers, but for like that one line that did really good. The rest of it, we're going to be dissecting the top 9 again and how bad they were throughout the entire fucking night. I liked when we threw Puljujärvi down there with McLeod and Fogle. I really liked that line, and I thought they did amazing, but we only seen him for one shift. And I'm like, why do we continue to play Brassard, Archibald, and Nuge when they only got one shot attempt and 8 shot attempts against? Like, why the fuck do we keep playing those goddamn buffoons when they're not doing anything out there? It makes no utter sense, man. I love you, Woodcroft, but that makes no fucking sense to continue to play those guys that aren't doing anything at all for us right now. We gotta change something, so let's get into the goal scoring. Trevor Morrow got the very first goal of the game here for the LA Kings. Nice set of pass from Dano, send him up. Now, this was a failed entry by Bouchard, or by Keith, I meant. Like usual, another failed entry. There's actually a few failed entries by Keith that, allowed to be goals for the LA Kings. This was the first one where he wrapped it around the boards and hit off the ref. Instead of fucking looking and seeing there was a wide open spot on the left-hand side, he didn't throw it there. No. He had to throw it up the boards. We lost the handle of it. Bouchard wasn't able to handle the bouncing puck. That bounced right over his stick. No fault really there. I mean, it's kind of hard to, as a defenseman, especially when the puck is up close to you, it is very, very hard to handle a bobbling puck. And it just kind of just bounced right in front of the net. Dano got a handle of it, set up Morel, and Morel threw it right into the back of the net for his second of the season. And then Keith turned into an LA King for a quick fucking second and tipped it right into the back of the net for a Troy Stecher bomb from the point. And this was another failed entry failed exit by Duncan Keith once again, where Duncan Keith was not able to get it out of his zone, and Troy Stecher stopped him up at the point. And this is a big thing that the LA Kings have really been good at doing. Especially in game 1 and tonight, is when they play really good is when we can't get it out of our own zone, and we struggle at that immensely against the LA Kings. And if we're going to be facing up against a good team, we're going to get fucking pummeled. This game would have not have been a 4-0 game. This game would have been an 8-0 game if we were actually facing a team that would have been actually able to finish a lot of their opportunities. Now, nothing in the second period, but there was a very controversial goal in the third period that everyone was complaining about. But quite honestly here, boys, even if that goal got overturned, be honest with yourself. Would we actually make a comeback in this game? No. The way that we were playing the entire game was complete utter ass. So no, we were not going to do anything. So whether or not that call was good or not does not fucking matter. Now, sure, did he sprawl out? Yes. But did Darnell Nurse trip him into the goalie? Yes. Like, I don't know why, like, it was not even a debate, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, there could have been a slight little interference for him throwing his arms out, but majority of the time as a player, you're going to throw your arms out in front of you, especially if you're going into a goalie or if you're going into a post. I just don't see that as goaltender interference because of the fact that Nurse tripped him and basically threw him into the goalie. That is on Nurse. Don't know why Nurse had to trip him up. Don't fucking understand why he did that, but he was just being a complete fucking moron, apparently. And then Grudgem threw in the empty netter to finish the game off for the LA Kings, throwing us up 4-0. So, oh, well, let's get into dissecting every player and all the lineups and everything like that. So, Hyman, Draisaitl, Yamamoto just really did not have a good night at all. I did like when they threw Hyman, Draisaitl, and Nuge together. I thought that was a lot of a better line, and it worked really well, and they were generating some good offensive opportunities. They just only got like a few shifts, though, and then they threw it back together with the Hyman, Draisaitl, Yamamoto line, but I feel like we need to change that top six up a little bit, especially since we want to get the top nine a little bit more deeper as well. Kane, McDavid, Puljujärvi, it's kind of a hard line to keep together, but I think Yamamoto did really well up alongside of those guys as well, so I wouldn't mind that as well, and getting Puljujärvi down in the third line. Not saying that he's a bad player, but we could have more of a deeper squad, especially in the playoffs right now. I think Puljujärvi played really well when he was playing alongside of Foegele and Kassian, especially, or not Foegele and Kassian, McLeod and Foegele, I meant, and they did really well alongside of each other. Foegele, McLeod, Kassian, they didn't do that bad. They generate a few opportunities. Not too terrible. And then Brassard, Nugent, Archibald, that line was just fucking abomination. They were horrible. I don't know why, when you lose Ryan in the lineup, why you throw Brassard, because Brassard is no offense. Archibald's no fucking offense. So what are you going to see from that line? No offense. Sorry for hitting the mic there as well, but you're going to see no fucking offense from that line, and it made no clue to me why we weren't, throwing, Archibald on the fourth line to play alongside of Kassian and just do an old goon line with Brassard down there and do all defense. I don't fucking know why, but, we continue to do things that continue to kind of boggle my brain, especially with our depth, because we're getting no goal scoring from our depth. Yeah, we get a few goals, but they're not generating any opportunities at all. The only lines that are is the McDavid line and the Draisaitl line. And even then, the Draisaitl line had a rough night last night. And the only line that did anything good throughout the entire night was that McDavid line. Kane was absolutely all over the fucking place. Same with McDavid. And Puljujärvi was generating a few opportunities as well. But McDavid and Kane were just highlight reels throughout the entire night. And they kept playing amazing for the Edmonton Oilers. Nurse and CC, the outer all right night. Nurse was being a dumbass near the end of the game, but what can you do? Barry was an absolute fucking buffoon. I still do not understand why he continues to get power play time up on the top unit. He made a few dumb mistakes. He couldn't keep it in the zone, and he was going down. He was being pressured by Iafallo and decided to drop it back, and no one was there at the point. Instead of him fucking checking and, being calm, he's like, oh shit, there's a guy on my ass, shit, fuck. And that's what he does every goddamn time. Every time he has a hand on the puck and he has someone on his ass, he's like, oh shit, he's on my ass. Every fucking time he's acting like he's goddamn Bubbles from Trailer Park every time there's a goddamn shootout, for fuck's sakes. Like, my lord, man, just calm your play down, analyze the situation, and figure out a good play instead of being a fucking moron every goddamn time. And Keith and Bouchard, we don't even need to talk about that defensive pairing. They were absolutely atrocious throughout the entire night, giving up 1.5 expected goals against in that defensive pairing. That is an abomination on that defensive pairing, and they just did not have a good night, at all. That's really about it that I gotta say. Mike Smith also played stellar. I do give him that. Mike Smith had an amazing game for the Edmonton Oilers, saving 42 shots, facing 45. He was just tremendous, and we got to give a better fucking effort going into the next game. Quick was amazing for the Kings, but we got to give a better effort, without a doubt. If we're going to play like this again, we're not going to win. And even then, this was a disappointing effort that we cannot play like this again, because what we did last night was just a complete fucking abomination, and we need to step it up a lot better than what we were doing, because this game was bad, to say the least. It was pretty fucking bad. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out, boys.